What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we have not been back to these guys in a while. We're coming back to Nightwish. Yes, indeed, Nightwish fans feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bobbity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Thomas Roaring, and Thomas wanted to see me react to this song by Nightwish called Bye Bye Beautiful. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. Believe it or not, to the best of my knowledge, I have not seen or heard this performance before. I went and I checked the set list from when I went and saw them perform live. Wasn't on the set list. I checked out the Vakken show that I did a reaction to with Just Jen. We watched the entire concert. It wasn't on that set list either. And as far as I know, I haven't reacted to the song before ever. So as far as I know, to the best of my knowledge, I haven't heard the song before. Now, having said that, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, oh, wait a second. Yeah, I've heard this song before. I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Walker8476, okay? And the video has 300,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Nightwish, Bye Bye Beautiful live. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
interesting chorus. That's an interesting chorus. The chord progression. Staying on the root, using the 7 as a transition from measured every 2 measures. So root, 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 7, root, root, root. It stays. The first half of the chorus, it does that, and then it goes up to the 2. Okay. And from the 2, it goes back down to the root. Now here we go into the second half of the chorus, following the same format. Root, 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 7, root, 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 7, root, 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 3, down to the 7, instead of going up to the 2. Nice little swerve. You don't see it coming, unless you know the song. I didn't see it coming. That was a nice little surprise. I'm not gonna lie, it did. The first time going through the chorus, it did feel a little awkward. It did feel a little strange going to the major 2, going up a full step, and then going right back down to the root again. And then the second half, going down to the 7 instead. Different. It works. It does work. Like I said, it did feel a little awkward the first time, but the second time, when I was ready for it, it was fine. It felt just fine. The verse, easy to follow. Nothing all that unusual happening within the verse as far as the chordal progression goes. As far as instrumentally goes, everybody it's typical Nightwish. Everybody sounds just fine. I'm not hearing anything musically that sounds, out of place or sticking out like a sore thumb. Epu sounds good. Yuka sounds good on the drums back there. Good to see Marco on bass with his vampire. Looking at my vampire right now, looking at it going, yep. It all matches up. The vocalist, I'm assuming that's Annette. I'm like almost positive that's Annette. It ain't Floor, and I don't think it's Tarja either. So it's gotta be Annette. Sounds good. Actually, I think this might be the best I think I've heard her on the channel from a live performance perspective. And she's got some good stage presence. She does. She's interacting with the crowd pretty frequently. Interacting with band members pretty frequently. She looks good. She's looking the way a rock front woman should. So she's doing everything just fine from what I can see. And she sounds really good with her vocals. So honestly, I got no complaint about this. Not one. I'm enjoying this. It looks good. It sounds good. No complaints whatsoever. Let's keep going, and let's see if that continues. See, I saw Annette back there pointing to the crowd on the accents there. That was nice. Yeah. like I said on my first pause, I have no complaints. And now that the video is finished and the song is over, I can say the same thing. I got zero complaints. Everything looked good. Everything sounded good. Let me get my thoughts together. Let me come up with a score, and I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Nightwish with Bye Bye Beautiful. This was a request from Thomas Roaring. Okay, I thought about it, took everything into account, and I have a score, so let's get to it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.4. Yep, 7.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.4. What does that mean? Well, a 7.4 would equate out to a really good skill rating. So overall, I think this was a really good presentation. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. So there you go, a 7.4, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Okay, I'm just gonna come out and say it, and I know I'm gonna get hate for saying this, but this is the reality of the matter. Not that I'm sorry to say this to the diehard Nightwish fans who are okay. Let me rephrase that. To all the Nightwish fanatics who, and I'm not saying fans, I'm saying the Nightwish fanatics who believe that absolutely everything they do deserves a 10. Every song they've ever written deserves a 10. Every live performance they've ever done deserves a 10. To those individuals, I'm sorry, I hate to burst your bubble, but not everything deserves a 10. Not everything deserves a 9. Not everything deserves an 8. There is going to be 7s and 6s and 5s. Possibly, I don't see it happening, but maybe there are some 4s and 3s and 2s and 1s in there. I don't know. I haven't been exposed to them yet, okay? But not everything deserves a, let's be realistic here. Not everything deserves a 9, okay? It's not realistic, okay? There is a pecking order. There is a scale. There are going to be some songs that are better than others, and that's just reality. I'm sorry. I hate to burst that imaginary bubble that you live in, but there is a reality of pecking order, and some songs being better than others. Some songs are stronger written than others. Some live performances look and sound better than others. That's reality, okay? Now, I'm sure the other 95% of Nightwish fans who do live in reality understand this and are cool with it. They're fine with it. They're not losing their heads over a 7.4. Number one, losing your head over a 7.4? Really? You're really gonna do that? You're gonna lose your mind over your favorite song getting a really good score? I can't help you. I'm sorry. I just can't help you. The song, I think, was really good. In my estimation, looking at the song objectively, I'm going to just come out and say it's not the best song that I've ever heard Nightwish write. I've heard them write other songs that literally blow this song completely out of the water like a depth charge, okay? It's a really good song. It is. But if you're going to ask me which song is more impressively written, this song or The Poet and the Pendulum? Gee, I wonder. This song is better written or Ghost Love Score is better written? Gosh golly gee, I have no idea. Is this song better written than The Greatest Show on Earth? You have got to be kidding me. There's no way. There's just no way. Now, having said that, did they do anything wrong here? No, they actually were a little creative in one regard. In that chorus, going up to the on the first half of the chorus, utilizing the root to the 7 root 7 root, going up to the 2. Didn't see that coming. That was interesting. That threw me for a loop. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of threw me off a little bit. It was a little unsettling the first time I heard it, because I was wondering what are they gonna do to, resolve that? And then they went back, did the same, riff, root 7, root 7, root, and then to the minor 3 to the 7. Okay, we're wrapping it up there. Oh, okay, all right, that's fine. That sounds good. That's very pleasing to the ear. But I'm not gonna lie, the first time I heard that too, it was a little off-putting. Now the second time through the chorus, when they went to the 2, it was fine. I had no issue with it whatsoever. I was like, that was cool. That was actually very creative. So kudos to them. Everything else on the song from a songwriting standpoint, pretty much straight ahead Nightwish expectation style of songwriting. Anything wrong with that? No, nothing at all. It sounds good. It sounds fine. It sounds big. It sounds full. Instrumentation across the board sounded really good. Empu's guitar playing sounded really good. Marco's bass playing sounded really good. Tomas's keyboard playing sounded really good. Yuka's drumming sounded really good. And I gotta say, Annette's vocals sounded really good on this. They did. She didn't sound breathy. She didn't sound like she was gassed. She was able to project and support with a lot of power, and it sounded really good across the board. Nothing mind-blowing, but sounded really good across the board. See, that's the word I keep using, is really good. I haven't used the word great once. And brace yourselves, because there's more. Let's talk about the live show. Did the live show help the score whatsoever? Unfortunately, no. It was a really good job across the board at the live show, but unfortunately some checkboxes were a little on the weak side, and there was one checkbox that was completely missed altogether. Let's go down the checklist and let's see what I'm talking about. So, stage presence, check. Yeah, they look like performers. They look and act on stage like they're performers, and they put on a good visual show with their stage presence, their look. So no issues there. Stage energy, I'm giving it a check, but it is a weak check. The only person who was really moving on stage was Annette. I saw Empo move, I think, forward and back once, but that was pretty much it. Everybody else pretty much stayed in place. Annette moved around within her little, 5x5 box. She didn't leave that spot, but she was moving forward and back. She did move side to side a little bit within the confines of a 5x5 box. So it's there. It's a little on the weak side. So it's not getting a strong check, but it is getting a check. Stage interaction, none, zilch, nada, 0. And the sad thing is there were a lot of opportunities for it. But I didn't see any effort being put whatsoever into any stage interaction whatsoever. So that unfortunately gets a big fat goose egg. Crowd interaction. Now this is where they made up some points. Crowd interaction is a check, and it's a strong check. Annette was consistently and constantly interacting with the crowd every opportunity she got. While they were on the chorus and Marco was, I think he was saying "Bye Bye Beautiful," the name of the song. She was right there with her hands, bam, 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 pointing out to the crowd, interacting with the crowd, doing it with the crowd, trying to get the crowd to do it with her. So kudos to her on the effort on that, putting, with the crowd interaction. That looked good. I'm glad I saw that. And that's just the biggest example. There were other more subtle examples of her interacting with the crowd, so I was really happy to see that. She was really the only one interacting with the crowd. I think I did see Empu point to the crowd once, so that was good. He didn't get a whole lot of love in this video, man. This video was really in love with Annette and really in love with Marco. Everybody else in the band was kind of an afterthought from a video standpoint, which was kind of discouraging and disappointing if you ask me, but I get it. They're the two people doing all the vocal work, so it's fine. But yeah, crowd interaction definitely gets a check. Showmanship, I'll give it a check, but again, it's a weak check. It really, more than anybody, it comes down to Annette, and she looked good. I will say this, my level of respect for her as a rock front woman definitely went up in stock. Not a ton, but it did go up in stock a little bit. She definitely put on visually a good visual live show. Good, as in really good. Not great, really good. See, again, there's that word, really good. I have never used the word great or impressive once during this entire review. This is how I'm coming up with the really good score of 7.4. Nothing I can honestly say was great, but everything across the board was really good. So I was happy with it for the most part. I would have liked to seen a little more stage interaction, maybe. Maybe not just Annette moving around the stage would have been nice. And guys, again, I'll never forget these. I'm not looking for cartwheels. I'm not looking for people, jumping through hoops or flaming hoops. I'm not, my favorite of all time, I'm not looking for people to be shot out of a cannon. I'm just looking for effort. I'm just looking for some attention and some thought being put into visually being just as stimulating as they are audially. That's all, okay? Like I said, though, the live show didn't hurt the score. They didn't do a bad job. They didn't just do as good a job as I've seen them do in the past. So they did set a pretty high bar for themselves. Gotta say, it's hard. Once you set a high bar, it's hard to match it. It is. And when you don't, it falls a little short of that bar that you set for yourself, it's noticeable. So, but in any case, a 7.4, I think they did a really good job with a really good song. So 7.4, I feel good with that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.4, which is a really good skill rating, 4 out of 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.